I was walking somewhere down in Florida, doing a lesson. And if you look behind me in the sky, man, there was a chariot up there, man, was watching over me. Okay, so hey, man, those are faith boosters right there, man. Okay, when we get to see these chariots. Okay, now they're revealing themselves at a alarming rate. Okay, why? Because we're at the end of this thing, right? In the words of Rooney McKnight, right? This is it. Okay, right. So we're at the end of this thing. That's why these chariots, right, these UFOs, are now starting to reveal themselves at a alarming rate, and that's why, now they have to openly talk about these subjects on the news. They have to talk about this on the news now because they can't hide it anymore. Everybody knows this, right? Everybody knows. Excuse me a moment. Right? Everybody knows about these UFOs, so this is not something they can hide anymore. Okay, this can't be hid. Excuse me. Right, but this can't be hid anymore. Okay, everybody is seeing this. Everybody has a camera, right? Everybody got a camera, so now when they see these things, they can record it and put it on the internet. Okay, which that's why the Lord had YouTube set up for this reason. That's why when you read what is that Daniel the 12th chapter, it says what, that in the last days knowledge will be increased. Right, and knowledge is increased. That's why I can call mine a God, right? And he's 1,000 miles away from me. Okay, we can call him and talk, have a conversation. Matter of fact, when I was doing the show the other day, our brother, what's that cat? Um, our brother, Luke Matt, right? Brother Luke. He lives in Australia, right? So I try to call him on the phone, but apparently somehow, there's something wrong with our phones. We can't connect. So we use the Google Hangouts, and then he called into the show, right? To the show, and we were able to talk, right? So it was dark where I'm at. It was 10 o'clock at night where I'm at, but where he's at, it's daytime, broad daylight, like what you see around me now. Well, of course it's cloudy out, but it was broad daylight where he was at, man. Okay, he was, I don't know how far away Australia is from America, but it is damn far, man. Right across the plane. Inside joke. Um, but yeah, it just shows you, man, right there. That's a miracle right there, and that's why when you get, what is that? Revelation the 13th chapter. Okay, Revelation the 13th chapter says what? It speaks about the miracles that this man was able to perform. That's why, if you break a leg, or get your arm, say, taken off by an animal or something, they can reattach those, right? Whether it be a bionic arm, bionic leg, or reattaching your arm to your body, right? If they can recover it, um, or things such as I believe it was what David Rockefeller, right? He had, I'm not even sure how many heart transplants he had, but that's a miracle right there, where they can take somebody else's heart and put it into you. That's a miracle, right? So this man had power to deceive the masses of people by the miracles that he can perform, which it speaks about in the text that they had power to bring fire down from heaven. What is that talking about? And that's a little uh, to test all you brothers on the comment board who's been listening and studying. What is that talking about? That's talking about what was that? 1945, ready to end the Second World War. They brought in Hiroshima and Nagasaki, they brought atomic weapons down upon those cities, and that was the prophecy. Because if you do the research, right, what happened was the bombs exploded above the city and fire came down onto the people. Right, so that fulfills the prophecy. Okay, anyway, man, we're in some serious times right now, man. Okay, and I mean that's an understatement. Okay, that's an understatement right now, man. You can clearly see that this empire, right, Babylon the Great, which is America, it's not no Vatican City. Um, this place is done, man. Okay, hey, the word of the Lord has went out, man. Okay, the word of the Lord has went out, right? The Lord has used his prophets, starting with the men of Great Millstone, okay, GMS, okay, and through them and certain other men around the world, we've been out here what? Hey, the apostles been out there teaching since the 80s, okay, about these things that they said were going to happen, man. And hey, look, here we are, 2020, 2021, and we're seeing those things. right? The things that they told us to look out for, we're seeing those things happen. Okay? Where these things were all prophesied to happen thousands of years ago, man. Right? That in the last days these things would happen. We got to get that. Matthew 24, which is one of my favorite chapters. We got to go over some of this. And we sound like broken records the amount of time that we go over this, but this is what we got to talk about, man. That's why what? The scriptures tell you, what is that? Revelation 19th chapter, 10th verse, that the testimony of Yahushua is the spirit of prophecy. Right? So the Christians out there saying that they have the testimony of Jesus, it's like, okay, well, what's this prophecy mean? What's that prophecy mean? Because, I mean, it says what? That the testimony of Christ is the spirit of prophecy. Okay, so that's what we're out here supposed to be doing. You know, on the forefront, of course, you know, we teach the gospel, which is what? The good news, right, for our people, right, that the Lord Yahweh sent his son Yahushua to die for the sins of all Israel. Okay, that, and if you believe in him, you can receive everlasting life. Okay, so that's the good news. That's what we're out here to tell the people. Okay, but on the forefront of our message is the prophecies, because that gives the authenticity, to throw $1 million word out there, look that word up, that gives the authenticity of the validness of the text. Let me just check the video time. I just want to make sure. Okay, I got 10 minutes left. That's good. I had almost an hour to teach, and that's good. Hey, if anybody made it this far into the video, put hashtag it's flat. Okay, hashtag it's flat if you made it this far into the video. Okay, but hey, man, you know, everything that, you know, Yahushua told us to look out for, man, you know, we're seeing all those things come to pass. Okay, the scriptures say what? There'll be signs in the sun, signs in the moon, right? Signs in the stars. Okay, there'll be earthquakes, uproars of the people. We're seeing everything that Christ told us to look out for, man. Right? Everything that Yahushua told us would happen in these times, we're seeing that. Okay, we're seeing all these things come to pass before our very eyes. Okay? So this is a time that we are to be on fire for this thing, man. Okay, because Yahushua is about to make that grand appearance, man. Anytime. Okay, anytime now. For the sake of time, since you only have 10 minutes, I'm not going to read the whole thing. You can read it on your own. But I'm just going to get certain parts. As I said, read the whole thing on your own because it's great. Let's go to verse 21. Matthew 24:21. It says, "For then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time, nor shall ever be. And except those days shall be shortened, there shall no flesh be saved. But for the elect's sake, those days they shall be shortened. Then if any man shall say unto you, Though here is Christ or there, believe it not. For there shall arise false Christs and false prophets, and shall show great signs and wonders, insomuch that if it were possible, they shall deceive the very elect." Right, and it says what? There should be false prophets in these times. And that's, you have that cat out there. What's that damn devil demon? Concave Earth Christians. He says that he is the Christ, man. He says that he's Christ. Concave Earth Christians says that he himself is Christ. And I'm not even being sarcastic. He's being dead serious. You ask him, "Are you the Christ?" "Oh yeah, I'm the Christ. If you don't get under me, then you can't be saved." That's what he's saying. Okay, a matter of fact, Sakari, last year they did a show where this crazy kook called into the show, and he was saying that he is Christ. In fact, not only is he Christ, but he had one of his followers that he says is Apostle Paul. So that shows us what? And those are just two examples out of 10,000 plus people around the world who claim that they are Christ, man. It's crazy. Okay, but that's what you got going on. Okay, there should be false prophets, false teachers that are arising in these last times, man. And that's what you're seeing. Okay, we got false prophets and false teachers that are with us right now. Okay, and that's just, you know, that's just the way it is. Okay, there are false teachers all around us right now, man. Okay, as far as YouTube, I mean, hell, that's not even a damn joke at this point, man. Okay, you could go into the thousands of you know, YouTubers out there supposedly in this truth who are teaching nothing but a bunch of bullshit, man. Okay, anyway, let's go back here. Verse 29, "This cuts mine of God's teaching about the rapture." We're all going to be here for the hour of temptation. That's why the scriptures speak about, you know, some of us might have to get put to death in that hour of temptation. That's why I said, what, be faithful unto death, and I'll give you a crown of life. Matthew 24 and verse 29. Immediately after the tribulation of those days shall the sun be darkened, and the moon shall not give her light, and the stars shall fall from heaven. The powers of the heaven shall be shaken. And then shall appear the sign of the Son of Man in heaven. Then shall all the tribes of the earth mourn, and they shall see the Son of Man coming in the clouds of heaven with power and great glory. And he shall send his angels with a great sound of a trumpet, and he shall gather together his elect from the four winds, from one heaven to the other. Right. And that's what time we're coming to, man. Okay, that's why these got all these UFO sightings at such an alarming rate right now, man. Why? Because Yahweh Shai is going to return very soon and crack those clouds, man. Right, and come down here and save the elect. Let me just check the video time. All right, got a couple minutes left. Let's go down to verse 36. It says, "But of that day and that hour knows no man, no, not the angels of heaven, but my Father only. But as the days of Noah were, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. For as in days that were before the flood, they were eating and drinking, marrying and giving in marriage, until the day that Noah entered into the ark, and knew not until the flood came and took them all away. So shall also the coming of the Son of Man be." Okay, right, so and that's the time we're coming to, man. Okay, right, a time of trouble such as was never before. Okay, we're coming to a time of trouble such as was never before, man. And that's the time that we're really in right now. Okay, there's never been so much chaos on earth than what we're seeing today. Okay, the earth is in pure distress right now, man. Okay, the earth, matter of fact, the earth is fighting back right now. That's why you have all of these, earthquakes going on, these floodings. Okay, the earth is fighting back because the earth doesn't want to be treated this way. Okay, the earth is fighting back against this man. I mean, hell, this man destroyed the ocean. As I said earlier in the show, that in the ocean, man, I believe it's 2050, they said, by 2050 there's going to be more plastic in the ocean than fish, at the rate that things are going right now, man. And that's only, that's only like 30 years away, man. Okay, so that shows you, man, this man has to come out of power, man. Okay, because this man has destroyed the earth. Okay, this man has done too much. Okay, Esau, so-called white man, he's done too much to the earth, man. Okay, the earth needs rest. Okay, the earth needs to be delivered from the trials that it finds itself in right now, man. Right, the earth itself, the people, man, the animals. I mean, hell, you have whales that are beaching themselves, man. Okay, because of, the terribleness of what we got going on around us. Okay, whales, be beaching themselves, fish be beaching themselves, man. There's certain animals that are walking off cliffs willingly, man. All right, it's crazy what's going on right now, man. But hey, this is all the signs of the times. So hey, we just have to, take heed, for lack of better words, unto these things, man. Okay, because this is it, man. Okay, this has to be it, man. I can't see this place going on any longer, man. All right, this has to be it, right? The Yahweh must send his son Yahweh Shai back very soon, man, to deliver us from this trial that we're living through, man. Right, through this hell, may I say. Anyway, I am gonna end the show off with that. Let me just say, as I said, if anybody made it this far into the show, just put hashtag it's flat down below. But anyway, brothers, I hope that stream was, I should say video, not stream, was edifying to you, brothers, man. I hope this message was edifying. Of course, I want to end off the show by giving all praises unto Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shai, for this truth, and I'm gonna say shalom. Let me just let it play to 50 minutes because of my OCD.